Um, hey, so my name is Shalini Digvijay. I'm a pastry chef, and I am going to be making a pear frangipan tart for you guys today. So everybody's doing mousse cakes and stuff with frosting and stuff like that. But what we are doing is we're making a very simple classic dessert which tastes amazing, is not very unhealthy, and perfect for this season, and very easy for you to make. You just need the right tools, right? So I've come together with Colgate, and we're going to be using their knives. Now I've been using their knives. This is a new addition to my arsenal. I already have a lot of bread knives, but this is like really cool. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. So that's my chef knife, which I really like. It's like nice and comfortable to hold. And what we're going to do is we are going to bake a very simple tart. Now the tart is in 3 phases. The first phase is the base, then you have the filling, and then you have the fruit. So anything which has fruit means it's going to be super amazingly yum, right? So that's what we're going to focus on, and that's what we're going to do. Alright, so I have like very simple basic ingredients in front of me, which I'm going to show you. Now this tart is not egg free, but if you want you can make this egg free. Alright, very basic ingredients I've got. I've got here maida, I've got butter, I've got sugar. Salt is not needed because I'm using salted Amul butter. Yeah, just check whether
any comments.
And if there are comments. So my mom is behind the camera.
You are busy.
And yeah, so she will be handling all the questions, and also if you have questions, please put them forward, and we'll try and answer as many of them as possible. Alright, so that's my basic tart dough that we're going to be making. This is a short crust pastry. It's extremely nice and crisp and yum and buttery. So I'm not going to be using salt because I have salted butter and I have sugar. I'm going to use a teeny tiny bit of a very small amount of water to bind this on. Now the frangipan is nothing but almond cream. Alright, so it's like a little cream that is made with your basic ingredients of butter, sugar, almond flour. So this almond flour is nothing but ghar ka badam, which I have put in the mixie. Okay, so that means even if you do not have almond powder, it's perfectly fine. You can manage with your regular almonds that you have at home. Alright, and of course the main ingredient out here is egg. Now vanilla is important because every time you have eggs, vanilla acts as a balance, right? So before we start with the short
Puniti, just a minute. Puniti, is your screen all right now?
Can she see?
Can you see now? She's saying my screen is blank, so just see.
The screen is blank.
Black, can't see. You check now, you can ask for that. Okay.
Alright, so what we're going to do is, like I have made one big tart already, and the other one that I'm going to be making will be like the small individual tarts. So in small portion sizes also, so it's easy to have a small portion. Otherwise you always feel that, it's very daunting that you have to eat the entire lot yourself. So what we're going to do is, we're going to make 2 small tarts, and just check whether this is also recording, right? So I'm going to use your regular pear. Not recording? Alright, I thought it was recording. One second. Okay. So just shift this. Is that also visible? No. Is that visible?
Knives are looking.
Okay, so I'm going to shift my knives here. These are the basic weapons, right? You cannot survive without that. So, and I'm going to use plums. So these are like nice ripe plums, but they're firm. Okay, so it's not working. Okay, so you can turn that off. So the first thing that we're going to do before we do anything else is very simply, I am going to poach my pears. Poaching the pears means you have to first boil the pear in about a little bit of water with some sugar and some spices, so that the pear becomes extremely flavorful. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I have a simple peeler, so I'm just going to peel the pear, and I'm going to do this out here. Alright, so I'm going to peel my pear. You are not looking at a ripe pear, alright? You're looking at a nice, like not ripe pear. because if you use a ripe pear, it is going to get mushy very fast, and you will not be able to make any slices. You will not be able to do anything with it. So please don't pick up a pear which is already ripened. There are other things you can do with that pear, not make this tart. Oh, such a beautiful color this is. These are my favorite fall flavors. Spices that go really well with this, you can use nutmeg, you can use cinnamon. Cinnamon and star anise are the two basic flavors that go really well with this. But with this, you can also use nutmeg, and you can also use, maybe something like a little bit of black pepper. Alright, so I'm going to keep the what is this? The stick and tap, whatever it is. So at the bottom, I'm going to take out the seeds. Now every peeler has this little pointy thing. So just like be careful about your hands. And if you have a corer, nothing like it.
I had and misplaced. So we have to buy new. We'll see.
We're going to just dig out the center because I don't want the seeds to be poaching. Alright. Okay.
One you've already done, one more.
I have to show now. So this is like a hole inside, and that's your pear which is going to be ready for poaching. Now the thing about poaching the pear is that you need to poach this and allow this to cool. So what I have done is I have already poached my pear. Okay. So same thing I've done to this guy also, and the most important thing now is to allow this to cool inside this water itself. Alright, so it's like, you can see it's nice and firm, but it's not like mushy, because if you like keep a mushy pear, you're not going to be able to slice it. So I'm just going to place this in a plate so that it drains out, whatever liquid is inside comes out, otherwise your almond cream will become soggy. And this pear, I will put inside this liquid. You can use this liquid to poach more fruit also, or you can also add red wine, do whatever you want to, and you can reuse this liquid. It's perfectly fine. Alright, so while that sits, I'm going to make my tart base. So into this is the 120 grams of maida. Alright, into this I'm going to put in 77 grams of butter. Now ideally this butter should be cold, but then we would have not been able to finish this live if I use cold butter, because it takes a little while. So all I'm doing is, I've used room temperature butter here. So when you are making it at home, please use cold butter. So all you're doing is you're using a fork and you're cutting the butter inside the flour. And into this you're also going to be adding in the sugar. So this is 35 grams of sugar. And you just don't want to see like big, you want to see like the sand kind of consistency. So if you have cold hands, or if it's like really cold, you can also put your fingers inside this. Alright, so you might think that it's not going to come together, but see, it will come together. And if it is not going to come together, use a tiny bit of water. So I'm going to show you how much water I'm going to use. I'm not going to use too much of water. And I'm going to bring this dough together. So I'm not going to pour water directly into this. I'm going to pour water first into the bowl so that I can control the amount of water that goes in. Alright, so this is like too much of water. I'm not going to put so much of water. I'm just going to put like a tiny bit of it. So I'm just going to use the fork again. So it looks like a powder, but it's done. Alright, so how you know it's done, I will tell you. So in Hindi you have this term which is mukti mon. I think this is what it is, right? So your dough is done. So I'm going to take this out on parchment paper, or use aluminum foil, whatever you have, because this dough needs to be chilled. So this is going to make you one 8-inch tart base or two small 4 or 5-inch tart bases. I'm going to use the same bowl now, and I'm going to just combine this. So this is what you see is come together, and I'm just going to fold the paper over so you know how easy it is going to be for you to roll. Alright, so that's all you need to do. You should ideally chill this for about at least half an hour before you use this. Alright, so I've already got one chilled, so I'm just going to show that to you. Can you please bring?
ये अंदर रख देना, मैं दूसरी ले लें।
हाँ.
हाथ ही साफ कर ले।
Okay, I'll just go wash my hands also. So just for 1 sec guys, I'm coming in a second. Just going to wash my hands. I'm going to put this in the fridge and just be back.
Fold from the both sides.
Otherwise the maida will fall. But this is going to work out. Alright, so this is the dough that I made just half an hour ago. So this has been chilled, and it's only when it's chilled can you roll it out, right? So I have this rolling pin. I'm measuring out 2 millimeters thin. Now what happens when you roll out with a normal baler? Some place you'll get it slightly thinner, some place you'll get it slightly thicker. So that doesn't work for pastry. So please be very careful. Everything should be even. So when you're rolling, just make sure your pastry is between the short crust pastry is between 2 sheets of parchment paper. So मैंने क्या किया? I've taken one big sheet, folded it over. So this way you don't end up using extra maida, which doesn't then change the composition of the of your dough, right? So this is the same dough that I've made. I have already done 2 tarts, and this is the remainder which is left. So I'm using this tart shell. Now if you want, now these are loose bottom tart shells, and very easily available in all bakery shops. So what this does is, you don't really need to grease anything out here. Alright, so once you have this base, you bake your tart, and when it's done, you just push from the bottom and your tart shell will come out. Alright, so what we have done out here is, I've rolled this out, and just to make my life easier, I'm going to prick it with a fork. If you do not prick it with a fork, it's going to rise up and bubble, and it's going to like lose shape, and you don't want that. Alright, so I'm not going to pick this up in my hand because the heat of my hand is going to transfer into this. So I'm just going to use this paper as a guide. I mean, whatever is left, I can still reuse the scraps, because I have not added any maida into this. So my pastry dough hasn't changed the its composition. So I know it looks delicate, it may be breaking, but even if it's breaking, it's okay, you can fix pastry dough. So all you're doing is, and if you don't have this dish, you can also make it in a glass bowl, it's perfectly fine. Alright, it's broken from here, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this and I'm going to just use my thumb and cut off first. Alright, so I'm using my spatula. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. So what I have done is I've lightly pressed in my 2 millimeter thick pastry dough, and I'm baking this at 180 degrees centigrade for 10 to 12 minutes till I get this color. So I've already pre-made it. So this is what will happen to this pastry dough. So the benefit of a loose bottom tart dish, you can see this, right? So this is what you're looking at. Okay, so this is going to go and bake, and in the meanwhile we make the pastry treat, right? Okay, so I'm using the same bowl because the ingredients are the same. You don't really need to use an electric blender. Can you give me the packet of maida? Maida ka packet. You don't need an electric blender, primarily because the butter is at room temperature.
What are you going to make now?
The almond frangipane, cream from inside, for inside. Thanks.
खाना नहीं खाना?
So we're going to start with the butter. Alright. So the butter amount, the sugar amount and the almond powder amount is the same. So that makes calculation really easy out here. So this is for 2 eggs. This amount of pastry cream, this amount of almond cream is good for 1 10-inch tart or 3 or maybe 4. You're not supposed to overfill it, because if you overfill it then your pears will slightly sink. You don't want that to happen, right? So I'm just like going to mix in the butter. Now the butter is like really soft. पीछे वाली trick क्या चाहिए तुम्हें? जब ये खत्म करेंगे फिर वो लेना है. Okay. So this, into this I'm going to add in the vanilla. So about a teaspoon of vanilla. Please don't use a synthetic vanilla. You'll need to use a good quality vanilla. Okay. So I'm just going to cream the butter and the sugar. थोड़ा सा exercise हाथ पर करने का. You can use an electric blender if you have one. It's perfectly fine. I have one, but then there will be too many just many wires out here, so I really didn't want to use this. So I'm going to crack in the eggs 1 egg at a time. So what the eggs are going to do out here, they're going to give it binding. So you have a very soft cake-like texture within, and you have a nice firm tart base, and you have a lovely fruit on top. Alright. So you can see it's nice and creamy. So showing off my one-hand egg cracking skills. And I also have a little eggshell which I've taken out. Okay. So you can see it's all liquidy out here. Now into this I'm going to add in my almond flour. Right? And I'm going to add in a spoonful of maida, which I forgot to bring a spoon, so I'm going to just simply use the spatula. So I need a tablespoon, right? So 10 grams, and all I'm going to do is just whisk this up. Alright? So that is your frangipan. Okay? So this is what I'm going to use, and you can use this as a filling for tarts. You can use this on, like if you're baking puff pastry, you want to use this on puff pastry. You want to use, you can fill a sandwich with it. You can fill a bun with it and toast it. It's absolutely amazing. It's really delicious because almond has a very nice, delicate flavor, and of course the butter and sugar are really yum. All right. So the next thing that we need to do is we are going to now chop up the fruit that we are going to fill in for the. I'm just going to clean this up, and we're going to bring out the fruit. So,
how to substitute the egg?
If you don't want to use egg, then for this you'll need to use 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of cream. Don't use flax egg with this because that is not going to work. 2 tablespoons cornstarch, 1 tablespoon cream, and 3 tablespoons of water are good for this recipe. Alright, so I've got these 2. So I'm going to use 1 for the pears and 1 for the plums. I wanted to use the plum because the plum is going to give it such a beautiful color that I did not want to skip using the plum. So this is now, all I'm going to do is just first, very delicately, I'm going to slice this in half. See? So there's a little bit of thing that I have out here. So I'm going to have to take out because obviously nobody wants seeds in their tart. So actually scoop works best inside, but sometimes the scoop is also not able to take it out because there is so much fiber inside these pears, no, that it becomes very difficult to take it out. So whatever comes out next, I will take that out. So I'm going to use this one because this has the stalk or the stick. So I'm very gently going to slice the pear. To remember, your knife should be very sharp. You are not going to, you're going to use both your finger, your hand, your thumb and your finger. Hatane ka nahi hai because if this falls, then the shape will change, right? So very patiently, see. So I am lifting my finger because otherwise then you guys will not be able to see. But and of course there's no rushing this. Please do it very slowly. Because if you do this in a hurry, then then this will not become a slice, it will become something else. And बड़े ध्यान से फिंगर अपनी पीछे को रखनी है इसके साथ में, ऐसे नहीं करना, अदरवाइज नेल भी कट जाते हैं. Alright, so all we are doing is this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to now cut the pear. Now the pear I'm going to cut along this line. And ऐसे twist करने से निकल गया. Pear नहीं, sorry, plum. Pear कट गया. So into this, the same thing I'm going to do very gently. Of course, you can use another knife. You don't have to use such a huge knife, but I find this really comfortable. And the best way to keep your knives sharp, please clean them immediately after you use them and keep them somewhere where they're dry. Don't leave them like this. Don't put them in the sink. Of course, if you put them in the sink, what happens is that you just might end up cutting somebody's hand. So I'm going to show you this trick again. So a plum will always have this line in the center, right? So the stone fruit always have this line. So just along this line twist the plum. ऐसे थोड़ा सा twist करना, बस आगे. Alright. So this you'll have to take out with a smaller knife. Since I don't have the smaller knife out here, I'm just going to use this one. Alright. You can go as thin as you want to. I'm not going to go very thin because if you go very thin, then they're just going to like just disintegrate into the almond cream. We don't want that to happen. We want the slices to be visible. Now you see this? They're fanning out so beautifully out here, right? So I'm going to add some frangipani into this. Alright? And once I've added this, then I'm going to place the spatula and I'm going to just like flatten this out. Please make sure that you don't have too much of this because it's going to drown your fruit then. Alright, just enough. Here also, same thing I'm going to do. Along with this, if you want to use flake almonds, they also look very pretty. Okay, so I'm going to use my spatula to lift up the pear and I'm going to let these fan out. Pretty? And this one I'm going to make two fans. One will be on this side and the other I'm going to put on the other side. So I want this also to fan out. So just like make this a little prettier. the inside color is also visible. Now this will bake for good about 35 to 40 minutes because the almond cream has to cook, your fruit has to caramelize. Okay?
कौन सा
जो बना हुआ है उसका।
कहाँ है
There. Under the oven. Alright? So basically what you're going to do is you're going to put this to bake and for about 35 to 40 minutes. I'll just bring that out. I baked it a little while ago. Alright, so because obviously we're not going to be able to bake this here. So this, I baked this for you in the morning. It's nice and cool. I'm just going to have to take it out. So this goes to bake. And if you're not using the frangipani, you can chill the frangipani, alright? So, because I have overfilled this, that's why I just told you, please don't overfill your... So I'm going to use this, just loosen this out.
इसके में तो ढक्कन नहीं है नीचे ये तो ट्रे है ना नीचे
So this is also a loose bottom thing, but the thing is that I did not take it out earlier because I thought I'm going to unroll it and that would be good. Alright, so I'm just using my knife and I'm loosening the bottom. And then now I'm going to just flip this over and I'll show you what a gorgeous flower this is. Alright, so I'm just going to remove this first, make this nice and sticky so we can slice the tart. Be very careful of the knives. Alright, see how beautifully it's made. That's my frangipani. Now if you want, you can also dust this with sugar before you eat it. There's a base out here that I'm going to have to loosen. This is with the full recipe. What I have divided into 3 right now. I'm just going to slide this off. Okay, so that's my frangipani. Now I'm going to use a serrated knife because it's easier to slice a tart with a serrated knife. So very gently, one more. Gorgeous. The other side also so pretty. You can sprinkle some icing sugar on top and serve it with coffee, or you can enjoy it just like that. So it works perfectly fine. So I'm just going to slice up a couple of slices for you, and we're going to think that you're here with us enjoying this. So don't pick up your tart just like this, because if you pick it up like this, the chances of the tart breaking are very high. So that is our frangipani tart. I'm going to cut up more slices. I love using the knife. Right, अभी fruit से ज़्यादा I love the edge, so I'm gonna taste the edge. Yeah, you must try it, especially now because the weather is beautiful and all the fruits are in season. All right, so I hope you guys learned something new and enjoyed it. And please do make the tart and also tag me when you do. Alright? And if you have any information that you're looking for about the Kohe knives, please feel free to send them an email or send them a personal message on the Facebook page. Alright, so thank you so much guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Bye bye.